All right. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, we have like a little intro that we do.
Okay.
So basically, I started off by saying, "Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio," and then Dean would say, "My name is Dean," and then whenever we have like a special guest, we have them say, "And my name is blank," and let's have a chit chat. So Ellis, because you're our special guest, you get to say that.
No way. I'm the special guest. Holy
You are the special guest.
You are the special guest today.
So,
Always fun show.
so you know your line?
Okay, no, I think you need to type it out. I'm a little nervous.
It's okay, dude. Just just take deep breaths. It's okay. It'll be all right.
Okay, so and my name is Ellis, and let's have a ball sack. Okay.
Fuck, shit.
Yeah, like, damn it. I messed
Sorry,
it
the
up.
nerves are getting to me.
So yeah, it's my name is Ellis, and let's have a chit chat, and that's your thing, and then we start.
Okay, cool.
All right. Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
I'm Dean.
And I'm Ellis, and let's have a chit chat.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the line.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Set
the line.
Yeah,
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Thank you.
So guys,
I'll be here for an hour.
we'll be here for an hour. This is an episode of Chit Chats, and this is a very special episode of Chit Chats because first of all, we don't have Brennan, so get rid of that guy. He's gone. Second of all, we have Dean, who is a guest. Who let's get a little round of applause for him really quick.
Thank you.
He's been in a number of episodes. So welcome back, Dean.
Thank you.
But for the
It's an
first
honor.
time in Chit Chat's history, we have Mr. Ellis Carter in the house. Round of applause.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Ellis, you are a very special individual when it comes to the history of Tonyverse and the history of, our lives, I guess, because you're a pretty long time friend of us,
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for agreeing to be here today.
I've only known him for like 2 seconds, actually.
Yeah, actually, Dean and
barely
Ellis
known
just
him.
met, like just now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just now. Never seen this guy in my life.
Complete stranger.
Complete strangers. Well, I'm glad that both of you guys are here. So,
Thank you.
specifically, I wanted both of you guys here because I want to talk about something, a specific event that transpired. Also, I should mention Ellis unfortunately, he doesn't have a camera available, so we just have his Discord profile, but I think I might put like a static image of him or something. Just thought I would mention that really quick. So, either way, Ellis is here. You can hear his voice, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
There he is. All right. So I want to talk about a specific event that happened about a year ago at this point. May 15th, 2021, otherwise known as the Cursed Night Downtown, that happened with all three of us. Essentially, the three of us decided to go downtown and hang out for a little bit. And then a bunch of like very weird things just kept happening to us like in succession. It was very weird. So I wanted to like talk about that kind of like, so right off the bat, like what do you guys remember about that night? Like very vague details, but like what do you remember?
So I remember the whole reason for us going there. We were going there to walk around and play Pokemon Go.
Oh, yeah.
And then we were there for God knows how long.
A long time.
And then
I think like at least like at 4 hours, maybe.
just
Probably
about
like 4 hours, yeah.
4 or 5 hours.
I remember when we got there, the sun was still up, and then when we left, the sun was down. So
I think it was like midnight when we left.
yeah, it was pretty late. So, yeah, and I don't particularly remember why we went downtown, but I remember we were already out because we went to go see Quentin at work. You guys remember that?
I do,
I remember, yeah.
I think we were delivering lunch to him, and we decided to get ice cream there too.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. And then we were just like, "Screw it, let's go downtown." For some reason.
Like, okay,
Yep.
let's do it.
So Ellis
And I
drove
remember-
me and Dean downtown. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like, and then after like that one out of that seemingly innocent idea spawned a hellish rebuke of like evil events, one after another.
Exactly. It was cursed to say the least. But yeah. So I actually made a list last year. The night was so cursed that I made a list of everything that happened. And there's a lot.
forget it.
You can see here. There's a lot of stuff that went down. So, I'll be referring to this list quite a bit, so we can kind of have like a structure of like the events that happened. But so yeah, first of all, what happened is we decided to go downtown after seeing Quentin, and I remember I think one of the first things we did is we went to that burger place, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we went to
thinking about
burgers.
that.
I was like, yeah, that was one of the
Killer
first things.
Burger, I think it was, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Mhm.
Okay, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming
my
back
mind
to
is
you now.
frozen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Because I was hungry. I remember because I don't think I had eaten like dinner yet, right?
I was starving.
Yeah, and I think Dean was starving. I don't remember. I don't think you got anything to eat. Did you?
I don't think so. I think I just
No.
got a water or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got like a sody pop or something like that.
something small, something light.
Mhm.
But I remember the first thing that happened, the first thing that I have written down here is that as we were entering the burger place, some guy yelled at me and Dean to buy him a burger.
I remember that. And then I believe you said like no, and then he got like really pissed off for some
He
reason.
was like, "Damn it!"
He's like, yo, can you spot me a burger? Can you two by the entrance? Can you guys buy me a burger?
Yeah.
And I saw he was making eye contact with Antonio. So in like the short, I was struggling to get like the door open so we could just both get inside and leave. It was like almost like a life or death situation. Because at the time I was like, really scared of downtown strangers. Because downtown people are just like unnaturally unhinged at all times.
It's very true.
That's putting it lightly.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly. Yeah, no. So that was like the first weird thing that happened, but like that wasn't, you could kind of expect that sort of thing to happen because, like you said, downtown people were a little off sometimes.
I've never had someone ask me to buy them food before though, out of nowhere.
It was very abrupt. Yeah.
It was like a group of 3 people too. They were like in like this little, like it wasn't just like a random homeless person. It was just a dude with 3 other people.
Yeah, exactly.
And just a little mini group.
And yeah, I don't remember. Was he like older or younger?
I was gonna say. I was
older.
thinking. I was like, he's definitely like middle aged.
Yeah,
middle
he was
aged on the older side.
And they were all wearing like black leather jackets and like bike. Some of them
Like
had
a
like
biker
biker
gang.
gear, and the other had like weird visco stuff. It was like the weirdest combo ever.
It was a little weird, like
Yeah, a little intimidating.
you don't want to like mess with people downtown, because you don't know what they're capable of,
No, definitely not.
Well, it's because they're insane.
Yeah, exactly.
Clinically insane.
So okay, the next thing that I have here is, I remember we ate our food. So me and Dean got our food. We ate it, and Ellis hung out with us, and then we left. And as we were leaving, this was a really weird thing, but this is what happened. This is what I have written down. Ellis pretends to trip Dean and says, "Trips you," like audibly says, "Trips you." And then Dean audibly says, "Dies." And then just all of a sudden a glass shattered.
Yeah,
You
there was
remember
like a random ass like wine glass just sitting on a post, and then it just decided like we were like ways away from it too.
I know.
Everybody stops and stares at us.
Yeah, because it looked like we did it.
Yeah, and then we're like, it wasn't us. It wasn't us.
And then someone, as soon as the glass broke, everyone turned to us, and then someone at like a bar across the street said, "Looks like someone's getting hitched." It's like
I don't remember that. Is that what happened?
No,
Yeah.
that happened.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I'm like, what did we do?
Everything aligned so perfectly in that moment.
Yeah, and it was immediately after I said "dies" that the glass fell and broke.
It was
It's
so
like a
weird.
domino effect.
It was.
Yeah.
It was like one little thing, and just everything just went to shit. So that happened, and that was kind of weird. That was a little bit more weird. And then the next thing I have here is that we were walking back to Ellis's car because I think we were gonna drive over to. Oh, that's when we wanted to go to Insomnia Cookies, I believe.
Yeah, because we
yeah.
had our food and we want. Hey, let's get dessert.
Yeah, exactly.
Cookies.
Yeah, let's get dessert. So we were walking back to Ellis's car. Ellis had parked next to the library over there. I remember.
Yeah.
And as we were walking there, a guy just walked past us and was like, "What are our names?" Or what? He's like, "What are your guys' names?" Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah, it was like a group of I think like 5 people.
Yeah,
I'd say they were
It was
about
a big group.
They were about like 24 around that area.
Yeah, they looked
24, 25.
a little older
Young
than
adults.
us, but still young. And then Dean was immediately like, my name is Dean." And then I think as we walked past, I was like, "We're all named Dean."
Yeah. And then he's like, "Yeah, that's cool."
He's
right.
like, "Oh, cool." Yeah. And then after that happened, we get to Ellis's car, and then catastrophe strikes. We realize, or Ellis realizes, that his keys were locked inside his car.
Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong.
And I remember, like, Ellis, not to embarrass you, but I remember like seeing you try to open the car, and then you immediately were like,
Yeah, I was like, well, god damn it.
Fate sealed.
Everything that could have like gone wrong went wrong. Like keys were stuck in the car, right?
Yeah.
We were stuck in downtown Eugene.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It was getting late.
It was like pretty late. Like the sun was setting, and so a timer was just like clicking in the back of my head, like doomsday approaches soon.
Yeah. And
the late hours.
I remember at that moment is when I was like, okay, something about this night feels off. Like that was the first thing. That was the first tell. Luckily, what ended up happening is Dean came in clutch, and he had like a card or something that where you could call like a free like tow
like insurance
person.
Or something.
Yeah, something like that.
A AAA roadside assistance card.
Yeah, exactly. And so basically, because originally I think Ellis, you were just going to like call like a locksmith or something to get your keys out, right?
Yeah, that was the plan.
And you would have had to pay like a good amount of money for that.
Oh yeah, at least like 100.
Yeah, exactly. But luckily, Dean saved us. We were able to get them out for free. And the guy, his name was when he showed up, his name was Angel. Like he was our guardian angel. Sent
That was
to us
so
from
cool.
heaven.
It's like, okay, first of all, what are the chances of that happening?
I know. Like we were like so like just defeated. and we were sitting there waiting. And then the guy shows up and gets the keys out, pretty easily, and his name was Angel, and it just all like aligned,
And I remember when he picked up the phone and asked where we were parked explicitly, he sounded exactly like Cody. And I was like, Cody, is that you?
Yeah.
And then he's like, no.
You thought it was Cody. I remember that. And I remember because Cody was at work, and we'll get back to Cody eventually, but yeah, so Cody was at work. But at that point, that's when we began our trek to Insomnia Cookies. But what was weird is that even though we got Ellis's keys out, I think we still decided to walk there.
No, I'm pretty sure we got the keys out like way later because it took him about an hour to get here.
Oh.
And so we needed like to pass the time.
Oh,
and so
okay.
Because I'm pretty sure our original plan was just to leave, but since we were stuck, we were like, well, what now?
I think, at that time we were already debating getting cookies, but we decided on leaving. But then, hey, now that we're stuck, let's go get the cookies.
Yeah, now we're stuck. Okay. And then Dean called him, and then he was like, okay, it's going to take about an hour to get here. And so we needed to pass the time, and then he got us, like, at the very end.
Okay, so we went a little out of order, but that's okay.
Still get to the point.
Yeah, exactly. So in between the time that we got Ellis's keys out and we were, not able to get into the car, we decided to go to Insomnia Cookies to pass the time. And then at that point, Dean had to pee.
God, the pee incident.
The great pee incident of 2021.
God, dude.
I feel like a lot of our friends know about this story, but Dean, I want you to tell the story, and we can officially document it. Do you feel comfortable telling it? Like,
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want.
So we were like a ways down walking on the path to Insomnia Cookies. And it was in that area where it's only like locked office buildings and like nothing you can get into. There's nothing nearby which you can access, right?
Yeah.
And so I had to pee insanely bad. I was broiling to the tip with pee. And we found walking along these concrete like building areas, if you walk down the road to the right, there's like this area that's got like there's like little tiny mini like sections of the building removed, like little alleyways that are just concrete, and then with a tree in front of them.
Yeah, like little divots.
Yeah, they're divots.
Yeah,
there's like divots in the building with concrete, and there's no windows, no nothing. So I said, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go try and I had a big water bottle with me, and I'm gonna try and pee in the water bottle, and I need you guys to act as my bodyguards to obscure vision while I pee."
Dean, it was a Fiji bottle. Remember?
It was a Fiji bottle. It was a Fiji water bottle specifically, and so
was it? Yeah.
I went into the corner. They blocked the vision, and I went to go pee in the water bottle, in the Fiji water bottle, and the force. I had so much pee in my body that the force of the pee stream, as soon as it hit the bottle, it just filled up a little bit. The weight and the force became too great, and it shot out of my hands, and I got pee all over my hands, and it was everywhere. There was literally pee everywhere, all over the floor. Some was still in the bottle. Some was in this like dirtish concrete area, and most of it was on my hands. And then that's pretty much where Antonio and Ellis's point of view takes center hold. And
Ellis, do you remember like what happened like while we were standing guarding Deen?
I do. I remember it was silent for a second, and then chaos broke immediately. Well, it was quiet and all was dandy in the land. And next thing you know, we just hear, "Oh, I peed on my hand." And Dean, you literally said, "Oh, it's getting everywhere." God, dude. And so I was like, "Dean, what do you mean?" He's like, "I peed on my hands on accident." And so I was like, "How did that happen?" He's like, "I don't know." I think it was just like, I think it was just like an in the moment, I don't know what happened sort of thing.
Well, it was also really dark, right?
Yeah, like how it could have gone wrong so fast.
It was just
that's funny.
So, it was bad. What happened?
And then like after the chaos broke loose, I zipped up my pants, and I had like a half piss-filled water bottle with me. So there was no trash cans around either. So I'm like, I'm not just gonna throw away just a piss bottle on the side of the road. That's I don't have the moral capacity to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just carry this piss bottle with me.
God.
And I locked it up. I put on the cap, screwed it on, I cleaned it up with like I had like a little squirt bottle of hand sanitizer and like this little tissue paper. So I used that to temporarily clean my hands and sanitize the water bottle. And then I put that in my backpack. And then we kept going.
So there was a good period of time.
Without a bathroom in sight.
There was a good period of time when Dean just had a bottle of his own piss just on him.
On hand, yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, dude. No, I remember it so vividly. Like, just all of a sudden, Dean just being like, "I peed on my hand."
You'd think they'd have like trash cans around somewhere, but there were no trash cans, no bathrooms, no nothing.
No,
nothing.
It was not a good situation.
No.
But you know, despite this, we prevailed. We kept going. We didn't give up. And we continued our trek to Insomnia Cookies. This was a little footnote, but basically while we were walking there, we saw a sign that said Ellis. It was just lit up and it said Ellis.
Yeah, it was like a big restaurant, and some of the words were like burnt out, and so it just said Ellis.
It literally. I found it. I have a video of it here.
Yeah, and it was a green sign as well. It just says Ellis.
Yeah, it just said Ellis, and there's Ellis. Yeah, this was that night.
God.
So that was that was a little something that happened.
I honestly couldn't tell if it was like a warning that I was next, like something bad was gonna happen to me next.
A dark
sign from God. That was
it was a dark omen that my time was coming.
Yeah, it was like
you're next.
Despite that, we continued. We were determined to get our cookies, right?
Oh yeah.
As we were walking there, we walked by a frat house.
Oh God!
Actually, it was like a couple frat houses and like
sequence. It was a couple frat houses. There was one, maybe like one or two, but I remember there was this one where they were having they're clearly having a party, right?
Wait! I just want to say, I want to preface this by saying,
go ahead.
They weren't like frat houses. They were just small houses with a lot of college students, like sequentially, like about 3 small houses.
Yeah,
not big frat house.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. It was just a big house, or it was a house full of college students, right?
Frat party.
It was a frat party. And they were all dressed like cowboys. And this was like an obstacle that we had to get past.
And unfortunately, we were on the side of the the sidewalk where they all were, so we had to walk basically shoulder right past them.
Yeah, straight through them, right?
And they had cars parked over the sidewalk as well, so we had to navigate.
We had to go around their shit, and so we referred to this as the dreaded cow people frat house. And as we walked by, it smelled intensely of piss, alcohol, and not just Dean's piss, just piss, alcohol, and weed.
Generally piss.
And basically every person that we walked by was just staring at us, or it felt like.
And they were all wearing the exact same thing. They were
exact same clothes.
Cowboys. Okay, overalls, no shirt, cowboy hat.
Yeah, you can picture it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Man and woman alike, mind you.
There were easily 50 of them.
There was a lot.
There was a lot,
like 50 to 100, honestly. Mm-hmm. And it was just outside. I could only imagine on the inside, dude. It was crazy.
And I don't know about you guys, but I felt a little intimidated.
I was definitely feeling an otherworldly presence just watching us.
A cow people.
I thought at any moment one of them would just lose their shit and just be like, "Hey!"
Yeah, we're walking away, and someone points "Hey, you three,
get over here!
Get those guys! They're not dressed like cow people."
Yeah. they try to capture us. They're like, one of us.
They bring out the ritual cowboy hats.
Yeah, and we're like, no, please.
Oh God, dude.
It was scary, but we got past though, luckily.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's at that point, at least here, I have that we got to Insomnia Cookies finally. Mm-hmm. I don't think I wrote it down here, but I remember we walked past a bar, or it was a barcade, and there was people,
I remember the barcade,
doing smoking weed right in front, and we had to walk past that too. Do you remember that?
I don't even think they were just smoking weed. I think it was hard drugs as well.
It might have been.
It was weed. Honestly, it was definitely weed and hard drugs.
Yeah, it was.
And again with the weird leather jackets and tie-dye hippie combination.
It was a theme that night for some reason.
Right in front of the barcade. And the barcade wasn't even. Was it open? I don't think it was open. Was it?
I don't believe so.
No, I don't think it was. I think that's why they were standing outside.
Yeah, if not, it was recently closed.
Yeah, maybe it had just closed or something.
Mm-hmm.
So we finally get to Insomnia Cookies. We get our cookies, and then we leave. And then I have down here that Deen sanitizes his hands because that was the first moment when we actually got to a place with the open bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily,
actually use the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you at that point you threw away the bottle. At least I'm hoping you.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And it was nice because I could actually, wash my hands before I ate the the cookies.
Your cookies, yeah, exactly. Thankfully. And then as we're walking back, we're at this point we're just like ready to go home. We're like, okay, let's just go home, right? We walk past the cow people frat house again. And we get more intimidating stares. And then we're at like a crosswalk. And
this is like right after we leave like the cow people zone, like on the precipice of leaving their area.
Yeah, exactly. Like we were literally just there, and then as we were like walking away, a truck drives by us, and the message, there's like a banner on it that says "Honk if you love hot moms."
I remember that. That was awesome.
I know. It was just like, okay, pretty cool.
And there was a secondary truck.
There was, yeah. I was about to bring that up. Do you remember Do you remember what the secondary truck was?
Do you want to go ahead, Ellis?
Oh no, I don't remember any of those trucks, honestly.
The secondary trunk was literally chock full of cow people. Again, it was into the brim. It was like the truck could, if it had one more cow person, it would crush under the weight of how many people. They were like not only in the car, they were in the trunk of the car, the big like truck area trunk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you call it. And then on top of the car as well, like on the roof.
Oh my god!
Full the cowmobile.
Yeah. And they were all like, "Woo, yeah, woo!"
And specifically, I have here that at one point that truck drove by us, and a guy like stuck his head in our direction, coughed really obnoxiously, and then just yelled, "I have COVID."
I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
He smiled at us and I have COVID. It was so, oh my god, it was so like
a menace to society.
Yeah.
Easily.
And that was like at the height of the fear of the pandemic.
I know, yeah. It was still
He's like
very
COVID.
Yeah. Very not a great little meet up, between us and him. But, anyway, and then Deen just looked at him and said, "Cool."
Cool.
Yeah. And then so at this point we walk down to the end of like the block that we needed to get to, and then we turn, and then as we're walking in the direction of like where Ellis's car was parked, we walk past this lady talking on her phone. And then we weren't really listening to her conversation, but right as she walked past us, she just says, "And then I peed." And we all stopped. The three of us all stopped walking, and we're just like, "Did you hear what she said?" Like, we all heard that.
Oh, God, dude.
It was
I peed.
Yeah, and then I peed. And we were like, we don't know the context of what she was talking about. We were just like, okay.
You're seeing the reoccurring theme of pee here.
Of pee.
It's consistent.
It's a yeah, exactly. It's a reoccurring joke theme. Whatever you want to call it.
Reoccurring theme of pee, motif of pee.
Yeah, I was gonna say a recurring motif.
Yeah. And then after this, we're still walking, and then we see this guy and this girl, like this young guy and this young girl, walk out of like an alleyway.
And like just the side of an alleyway.
Yeah, just the side of. Ellis, do you remember this? Do you want to say
I do remember this.
Okay, go ahead.
So it was like a really like, it was either dimly lit or a really bright alleyway.
Yeah.
And these two individuals like walk out of this little like pocket of the alley, and I'm pretty sure the female's pants were like wet.
They were wet. It looked like she pissed herself.
Yeah, she doesn't look like she pissed herself. And so we were walking by, and we didn't like stop and stare, but I like definitely like looked over and was like, wait a second, something's not right here.
Ellis is like,
Huh?
Just like has like a realization. Basically, we came to the conclusion that they had just had sex in the alley.
And they
Yeah, pretty
were
much.
extremely sweaty, and they were in a rush to get out.
Yeah,
so
and
we were like, they probably boned.
I
Yeah,
remember
they were speed walking out of there.
the girl's
Yeah.
hair was like messed up and stuff.
Mhm.
And so I was like, okay, I think I know what just went down.
That doesn't explain the piss pants. Is that did she like piss herself during that? Or like, what happened?
May God be your witness, Dean.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
Best not to question it, I guess.
So adding on to the pee motif, we walked back. You know, okay. At this point, we got into Ellis's car. We finally got to Ellis's car. We got in, or I guess we the guy came and we got the keys out, right?
Yeah.
And then we get in, and then we're basically like, okay, let's just go home. Let's not stay here anymore. As we're driving away from downtown, we see a sign, and normally the sign, it would say like speed limit like 20 or something, right?
Yeah.
There was a tree above the sign that covered the sign ever so perfectly that it read "peed limit."
And there was no number or anything either. It just says peed limit.
It just said "peed limit," and we were like, "No way, peed limit!" And it was like,
God,
oh my god,
that was just like the perfect way to summarize the night. Just peed limit. We had reached our limit.
peed limit.
We had reached our peed limit, if you will.
There you go.
Yeah. So
maybe that was an innuendo for our limit just being reached.
Yeah, exactly. Like we had reached our like peak capacity of anything, of like things happening. We were like, let's just go home.
It was so cursed.
Yeah, and basically that was the end of the night. We went to Albertsons to go see Cody because he was just getting off work, and then we basically just told him the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, that was like the last like curse thing that happened. But
the end all be all.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's our crazy cursed story from downtown. Like, how did you guys feel at the end of that night?
I thought that was an extremely accursed night, but also very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I would say I would feel after the end of the night. I'm slightly frightened by all the pee innuendos throughout the night, though.
There was like 6 pee things, 5 pee
Why
things?
was that either it was too much pee, however much it was.
It was a reoccurring appearance of just pee.
Yeah, exactly. It was just if anything, it was interesting. It was an interesting night. You know what I mean?
Oh,
that's
yeah.
one way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Definitely.
Some days, are just kind of like they go by and they're gone and you don't remember them. But that day is a day that at least for years to come, I will definitely remember that day.
When is the anniversary of that night?
Well, so we're recording this well in advance, but the anniversary of that night will be on May 15th.
Okay, we have to go back on May 15th. we have to make a return to the crime scene.
Return to the crime scene and just see what happens.
Yeah,
we can retrace our steps.
The same events, and also I want to point out it was a full moon as well. Just
it was a
the
full
ominous
moon.
aspect.
I don't remember that, but
it was a full moon. I looked up at the moon. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Speed limit.
It was
and this part I didn't add. The moon was a pure yellow.
Oh.
The moon was yellow.
Well, how fitting is that?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, no, it was
ominous.
It was very ominous. Overall, like normal days might not have been as like eventful as that. So overall, like I'm glad that we went through it together, Mm-hmm. We got through. We survived, obviously. We're still here.
Stayed strong.
And maybe like Dean said, maybe we'll go back on the anniversary and have another story to tell.
Revisit the horrors.
Yeah, the scene of the crime. But until that day comes, that's going to conclude this episode of Chit Chats. So thank you, Dean, for being here. And thank you, Ellis, for making your first ever appearance.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. We'll have to have you on again sometime. I hope you return in the future,
Yeah, I would definitely love to.
That's great to hear. But until then, I forgot how do you end Chit Chats? Oh, we'll see you guys in the next episode of Chit Chats. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Chit Chat stance. Woo! Ellis, do it. Woo! Even though we can't see you, just...
Wait. Hang on. Wait.
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 Oh,
wait. Wait, hang on.
Wait.
You gotta keep the suspense going.
Oh shoot, I don't know what's gonna happen.
You gotta keep up the suspense, dude. Keep it going.
Building. You thought this episode was over? You're wrong. It's still going. It's still going. It's still going. Oh. Yo!
I found it.
Go! Based. All right. Good to see you. All right.
Amazing.
We'll see you guys next time.